kia ko mauna lani mauna lo e of mikau hane. E na o mako mai kaliki a kalakau. E na kini a ke. Aloha e ulu mai e na kane e. Aloha e opo mai kai. Na wahini e na kupuna e. Ulu mai e na Linda Green. Ulu mai e na uhane. E na kupuna na makua. E na puale o ke a une. Aloha e, aloha e, aloha e, aloha e, aloha mai e, aloha mai e. Mai kai. Aloha. I wanted to share the sacredness of our moon, the galaxy's moon, the universe's moon, the Earth's moon. The sun has two beloveds. One is the moon in Hina in Hawaii, and one is Mother Earth. So this is also celebrating Helen, the sacred feminine. So please join us right now. You don't need a chair. You can sit anywhere you want. So may we feel your spirit, and most of all, may you feel ours. So on September the 3rd, 1963, Helen arrived on Earth. This was a very powerful day. It is the time, if you were born on this particular moon and on that day that she was born and arrived on Earth. It's someone that's going to have that kind of psychic ability, intuitive ability, clear understanding and communications between here and between everything. Someone who could see, a seeker of wisdom. There's two. That is the full moon. Her name is Hoku. Want to say it with me? Hoku. There's two aspects of that. So I want to teach you that on the 15th of every month, wherever you are in the world, the 15th moon is Hoku. Always the full moon that we see from the first speck of light. If the moon sets before daylight, it is called Hoku Palemo. Hoku Palemo. It means sinking star. If it reminds us of the horizon after the daylight, if the Hoku is still remaining in the horizon sky, it's called Hoku Ili. Hoku Ili. Just to learn those two things today. We honor today all the growth within the womb. Helen, love to you and connection. Linda Green, may you feel us. We're all wearing bright, shiny colors and sparkles and rainbows and connected to the ocean. We feel this day. Today is August the 30th, 2025. Each of you are a flower on the lei that we give to Linda to honor her life. Those that are gathered with us on Zoom or that join us in the future as well, we are all connected in this circling, this spiral. This moon is called Oli Kukahi. Oli Kukahi. It is actually the moon of rest, of going within, of meditation, of that kind of energy. It connects to what we believe, the spiritual energy we have in our life. Linda brought that with her, didn't she? She brought her wisdom. She brought her laugh. She brought her party. I don't think any of us ever didn't go a party that we said, oh, you're here too, because Helen was always here, right? And we love that about her. On Halloween, she'd wear the big umbrella with jellyfish. You remember that? All lights blinking. She was fabulous. So know that that is the moon today, Olikukahi. There's also the day that she left. She graduated. And that was July the 23rd, 2025. The moon on the day she left was very synchronistic to the moon that she arrived. And that moon was Lono, the Lono moon. It's the 28th night. If you ever want to count the moons, the Lono moon is always on the 28th night. Lono connects to the source of living energy, agriculture, the forests, the Lord of the clouds. And that connects to Kane. Kane is the creator in the old Hawaiian culture, and many who believe the spiritual provider of life force itself. So here's the creator of life, and here's the spiritual provider of the life force. Makes me think of us, and that we're in body, and we have our spiritual body. May you be bathed, Linda, by all the energy that is here, all the love, the aloha that is here. To your first breath when the umbilical cord was cut. To your first step. To every step you took in your whole life until July the 23rd, 2025. To everyone you met in your life, that you inspired to laugh and dance and be who they are. To your wisdom that grew with you. To the young girl that you were. To the lady you passed through. To the woman you are. And to the spirit and soul now that you have become in your continual evolution of evolvement. Being one with love divine itself, with Mother Divine, with Father Divine. To all your successes and to every piece of art and how you saw color. Sometimes explosive like fireworks. That was like you when you come into a room, just like fireworks. Thank you for the depth of your being that touched our hearts. Thank you for finding a way in all of our hearts that we can now keep you inside of in our pu'uwai. Invoke ho'oponopono if anything is connected to you, especially pain and suffering, that you're free and that is gone. To you being a clear channel for the Holy Spirit, sharing God with us, sharing life with us. We celebrate your life today. I have gone to the river mouths and the streams of Navaiola. That is the 4 streams and waters. Wailuku, Iao, Waikapu, Waiehe, and Waiehu. This is water in the bowl. This is water from the bowl of the last Hawaiian moon, full moon, the moon she left. And this will represent as well the moon that we're in, that we celebrate her life. To the moana, to the kai, to the ocean water is in here, the 7th wave, like Kupuna called it. When I held my bowl under a beautiful anuenue, a rainbow, and I gathered the mist. I gathered the mist of the rainbow. I think that Linda smiled rainbows. She always lit us all up, right? She'd want to see us laugh, have fun, Enjoy. May you feel us. May you receive us into the womb of the mother. Blessings to here. Blessings to this eternal now. Blessings to your journey. Ina kia kua mauna lani mauna loa. Olu mai e na uhane Linda Green. O po mai kai. Na po uvai. O mama kaloko mai kai po hako Yesu Christo. Me ke aloha. A me ka launa anaka uhane. Hamalelia pau. And let us all say amen together. Amen. And a woman. A woman. And let's all laugh. Right? Be filled with life. I'm leaving this holy water over here. Please feel free to take it. Put it on you. Put it on who you love. Sign of the cross. Sign of the Om. Whatever you like. Mahalo. Yay. Thank you, Kedar.
What a beautiful sight it is to see each and every single one of you. And this beautiful moment in this graduation party. For Linda was truly one of the very best students I had ever met. Always discovering something new, always presenting to our community the things that we may have missed, and to give us this beautiful sacred heart that is the heart of Maui, the Maui family. I'm so honored that we can celebrate her here today. Today we gather with heavy hearts, yet grateful spirits, to honor the life of Linda Lou Green. Linda, did you know her name was Linda Lou? Excuse me? I heard the name Helen. No, Linda Lou Green. Okay. Who graced this world from September 3rd, 1963, until her peaceful passing on July 23rd, 2025, at her home in Broomfield, Colorado. Linda's journey was a vibrant tapestry woven with love, creativity, courage, and service. She is survived by her beloved sisters, Janet Green Stucker, and her husband, David, of Indianapolis, along with their sons, David Harrison and Thomas, and Cynthia Green, Rathborn, and her husband, Jack, of Glade Springs, Virginia, and their daughters, Bonnie and Elsie. To her family, Linda was not only a sister and an aunt, but a steady presence of warmth, humor, and unconditional love. Linda's gifts were many. She was a talented artist, publishing original works through Astrian Art. She was also a passionate seeker and teacher, weaving together her engineering mind, her spiritual heart, and her devotion to healing. After earning a degree in mechanical engineering from Purdue University, Linda spent 20 years as an engineer, traveling as far as China and beyond. Yet her soul longed for deep purpose. She returned to school to earn her master's in transpersonal psychology counseling at Naropa University, later serving as a certified heart instructor. For over 2 decades. Through this work, she helped countless people reconnect with love, spirit, and the joy of life. Linda was also a gifted connector of people. Just look around this room and you'll see how true that is. She was a connector. She is a connector. Whether through her role as a real estate broker in Colorado or by hosting lively gatherings, she seemed to carry an innate mission to bring people together in celebration, generosity, and shared humanity. A true adventurer. Linda found freedoms on ski slopes, mountain trails, and biking paths, but her deepest joy came in the waters of Maui, where she swam among dolphins, whales, and sea turtles, creatures she considered her sacred companions. Many knew her as the whale whisperer of Maui, for she carried a rare and tender gift of communion with the natural world. Linda's love for life was radiant and contagious. She was also known as a socialite with a generous heart, hosting parties that blended fun, music, and philanthropy. She adored costumes. Can any of you relate to that? Dancing and laughter. And she really missed the chance to bring light and joy to those around her. Her Valentine's Day gatherings in Maui Meadows became legendary. Celebrations of love and community. Through it all, Linda was kind, warm-hearted, and generous. Her life's mission was to help others free themselves to live in their natural state of love and deepen their relationship with the divine. In this, she succeeded. She touched lives with grace and left behind a legacy of creativity, courage, connection, and compassion. Today, as we remember Linda, we celebrate a woman who truly lived fully, who painted life in bold strokes, embraced the unknown with courage, and loved with a heart wide open. Though she is no longer with us in body, her spirit continues to swim in the oceans, soar over the mountaintops, and shine through the countless lives that she blessed. May her memory forever be a beacon of love and joy to all who knew her. Thank you.
Linda Green, love engineer, drawing blueprints crystal clear, Not of bridges, not of towers, but of hearts and sacred hours. Every soul a work of art, every broken beating heart found its way to healing's door through the wisdom that she bore. She could see what others missed in the shadows and in the mist. Light that danced in darkest places, hope reflected in all our faces. Maui's daughter, spirit's guide, love and laughter side by side, building bridges soul to soul, making broken spirits whole.
In the garden of her mind grew the answers we could find, not in sermons, not in books, but in gentle words and looks. Listen closely, she would say, love will always find a way through the maze of doubt and fear. The truth will draw you near.
Concepts, rhythms of the heart, she could read like sacred art. Every syncopated beat, every measure incomplete, until touched by her design, making discord into rhyme. Though her voice has joined the wind, still hear her whispers clear within. Her blueprints keep on guiding us. True love's the work we're called to do. Linda Green, love engineer, in our hearts you're always here, building bridges soul to soul, making broken spirits whole.
Wow. I think that we should start doing some tributes here. And because there's so many of us, if you could just keep it to like around a minute, if you can. I know there's and just know that, you know, there's about 80 to 100 people here, so that would be going on. If everybody got a chance to do it, it would go on for a long time. Okay? So in this celebration of life, and we'll break it up by having a little music in between the tributes, so that, but I think that, who would like to? Gaia? Gaia's over here. Okay, so she's not going to move anywhere. I'm going to bring her the microphone.
Aloha, everybody. I know a lot of you don't realize I'm still alive because Linda was supposed to live longer than me. We walked the cancer path together as best friends for many years, and I'm older than her, so I'm a little angry with her for leaving. But I'm going to get over it. And I can't believe I'm still alive. I shouldn't be. But being I am here, I situated myself over here by Linda's pictures, because she was one of my best friends. We did 3 businesses together. She wanted to buy the unit underneath mine and put a spiral staircase in so we could live together in our units. I still live in that unit. And most of the time when I come out, I'm either in the hospital or in surgery, doctor, hospital, surgery. That's my lifestyle. I live laying down, and I'm a cancer survivor and in remission today. Unreal. I just praise God every moment, but I came out to be here with my friend Priya brought me. Everybody, Priya's my best friend ever. And yay for Priya. Let's take a moment just for Priya. She takes me to the hospital. She takes me to surgery. She just helps me every day. So I'm going to do a little song here on the cue chord for Linda. And somebody will have to hold the mic. So I wrote this song. Okay, hang on a sec. This is a cue chord, by the way. It's a version called the omnichord. Something I wrote. Oh, when I get to heaven, will my grandmother be there to meet me at the gateway and put fresh rosemary in my hair? 'Cause when I get to heaven, I hope she'll still be there. And when I get to heaven, will you meet me at the gate? Scatter that rosemary. Linda, look at Linda, everybody. You'll be with me till my dying day. Is there any possibilities that we live our dreams when we're dead? If we didn't live these dreams on earth, do we die those dreams instead? Can a Christian be with Jesus, but a Buddhist be reborn? This is about my dad. Can a man who loved playing golf play 18 holes forevermore? He passed away. My love of my life. And when I get to heaven, I'm not sure where you'll be. In this place of saints and angels, you never would feel free. You gotta understand, I don't know if there's dolphins in heaven, I'm just not sure. 'Cause when I get to heaven, Linda, I'm not sure where you'll be. 'Cause for all life's possibilities, are there any when we're dead? If we didn't live our dreams on earth, do we die those dreams instead? And can we choose to see our loved ones? And will they look the same as the final time we saw them? Or will they be young again? 'Cause when we get to heaven, I'm gonna see her there soon. I hope you'll still be there. Mahalo.
Oh, thank you. Wow. You know, that's dedication. You know, that is such dedication. Let's give her a big round of applause because that took a lot of courage. Lying down, giving a tribute to her beautiful friend. This is so amazing. Wow. That's the quality of our beautiful Linda. She touched us in so many deep ways every time. Whenever she would show up, it was like, Linda's here. And no matter where you were, Linda would show up. This is amazing. All right. So we're going to start doing a few tributes here, and we're going to intersperse some other musical tributes while we're doing this. So who would like to come up? Would you like to come up, Anne-Marie? Come on. And remember, just try to keep it to a minute.
I'll keep it to 2. Wow. So Linda and I know each other from the Dolphins, and we must bring that energy in before we continue on, because she was so dedicated. Her car was like the most important thing for her to get to La Perouse, meaning she didn't care what happened to her car. It was to get to La Perouse. And she was there every single day for years and years and years. Whether the dolphins showed up at not, Linda was there. And then when the dolphins were there, oh, magic. So much magic. And she just really felt so at peace in the water, so at peace with the dolphins. But really, there was a group of us, a small group, that really were dedicated at that time to swimming with the dolphins. And the energy there was really so surreal, so beautiful, so magical. And that is the energy that I will always remember Linda by, because that is the energy of the sweetness, the essence, the playfulness, the joyfulness, the magic, the power, the transcendental part. Everything that you are reminded of about dolphins, that's Linda. Community, playfulness, joyfulness, jumping, peace, fun, love. So when you look at a dolphin, see a dolphin, remember Linda. And know that Linda is speaking to you. And may every dolphin that you ever see bless you on and on and on and on, spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and twirling and twirling and twirling and twirling and aligning with spirit, because that's where Linda is right now, in spirit, and her essence continues on always and always and always. And remember, Linda as a dolphin.
Yay. Come on up, come on up. Come on up. You guys gonna sing? You're standing up?
Song, did you want that later?
Well, yeah, it could be. We could do a few tributes and bring you guys up. That was the idea.
We're gonna do a few tributes.
Okay, who will be our next tribute? All right.
Hi. Hi, everyone. So I always appreciated that part of Linda Green that that she cast as the love engineer. And one of the connections I have from her, our mutual past, is that she was a student of the Institute of Spiritual Partnership, and she used to attend our higher alignment classes. We started in the San Francisco Bay Area, and we had 500 students that we taught dancing with romance and higher alignment to. And then we moved to Boulder, Colorado, and she took some of the classes there. So we based that research, which was a couples compatibility research, on 2,000 couples, and we looked at what the 14 most attractive compatibility factors were. And what do you think number one was? It was parental wounding. So you often get attracted to someone that's similar to your father or mother that you had some kind of a wound with, and sometimes you don't complete that healing in their lifetime, and you transfer that, you project it onto your next partner. So that was the biggest thing, is you probably hear that, people marry their mothers and fathers, and yes, they do. Unless they're conscious about it and they want to direct their life a little bit more. Anyway, because we have so many people that want to mutually share, I think I'll leave it at that. And I just love that we have a piece of one of Linda's broadcasts that we'll share with you to give a little bit more of the flavor of how she would talk about relationships and the services that she offered. And bless you, Linda. Well, you and your whole community is going to miss you quite a bit. And we know that you've just dropped your body form and you're operating in your next dimensional form, as we all will when we do this journey.
Thank you, Ed. Devika. This is one of the original doll friends.
First, I just want to take you all in. Yeah. And tell you how much I love you all. And I know that's all Linda would want to say is only love is real. And she brought us all into our hearts, and that was her work. So I have a little poem. But what I really want to say is everybody in this room is legendary. I mean, on the way here, I was thinking about how legendary everyone in this room is, that we all deserve our own song and our own slideshows, and everyone in this room is Heather, everyone. And I've been on a journey over the summer, and I just want to say that almost every week, one of us is falling into another realm, a heavenly realm. And so I just cherish everyone here. My neighbor's 107 years old. She's still ticking. She's watching my place. Yeah, Nat, who comes here. Yeah. But people like Linda, it's so shocking to know that our peers, our friends, every week, another person. Yeah. So I wrote this little poem about Linda and I, or all of us. Linda Green, quite the queen of the Maui scene. She landed on our screen with a love supreme. She opened our hearts with programs. She starts with a meditative lore. She is sure to drop you into your soul and teach you how to be whole. She worked so hard on the social scene to create the party. Wow, she was rather hardy and definitely a smarty. By my side, we would drive to several events a day and pray in that divine light that makes us right with God, Goddess Supreme, we would dream. In epic splendor, we did surrender to dolphins in the bay and whales who did play with us mermaids who delight in their sight. Oh, Linda, sweet Linda, you left us too young, my dear sister Linda. I had looked forward to so much more fun. With you, I could run to all the events that were scheduled in just one day. With you, beloved friend, we would dive deep and soar high. With you, beautiful woman, I could touch the sky and fly. Now I am saddened to say goodbye. Grieving your death, I'm broken-hearted, shed a tear and cry. Our world is laden with friends who are shocked by your passing, yet touched by your love everlasting. Fly high, angelic maiden, I'm sure you'll remain in our hearts forevermore.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. I love the plural events. I mean, I'm lucky if I get out to one event. These guys are doing like 2 or 3 in a day. Yeah, unbelievable. Well, let's just, I know in the old days we used to, but yeah, in the young days, yes. All right, let's see here. Willie and Terry, would you come up and sing a song?
I knew the moment I decided to go see, you'd call on me. And then I'm out of breath, but okay. Okay, so Linda was a very special person in our life, too. And all that everybody has said is like, she's just a precious woman. She was so open and so giving, and she just brought everybody in. It was the most beautiful, loving person that I have ever encountered. So we sang this song to to her on her birthday in 2021. So she was 58 at that time. So we changed some of the words so that's even more kind of her where she is, and a little bit about the song Windy. So we used the melody of Windy and changed a lot of the words. Okay. Now, but I'm not used to microphones, so okay. Okay. Who's speaking out from under a cloud bank, calling our name? Who's bending down to give us a rainbow? Everyone knows it's Linda. Who's sliding down the ribbons of rainbows, smiling at everybody she sees? Who's reaching out to capture a moment? Everyone knows it's Linda. And Linda has dolphin eyes. She jumps at the sight of whales. And Linda has wings to fly above the clouds. Above the clouds. Who's there swimming with whales and dolphins? Everyone knows Linda.
Linda. Everyone knows it's Linda. Come on, everybody. Everyone knows it's Linda. Yay. That was really cool. All right. Deborah. Deborah is such a good friend. She organized a lot of this, probably all of it, right? Yeah.
I had help.
She was on it.
I had a lot of help.
She was on it, and everybody helped.
Linda Green, a social butterfly, spreading her golden wings that touch souls and hearts far and near. A whale whisperer, swimmer and dolphin whisperer, where she shared communications with passion and purpose, intense joy, and an abundance of excitement for years at La Perouse Bay. On her many kayak whale watches, so many private whale watch boats that I had the honor to share. A dedicated heart meditation facilitator, providing weekly meditations for years, every week for years, until July 13th. A lover of life, who loved to connect people and make new friends. Linda's energy has enveloped me, guided me throughout this process, where I continuously asked, what would Linda want? Linda has continued to connect me with friends I never knew and are now my new friend. Mahalo nui, Linda. A lover of wearing costumes. Linda and I shared our passion and love of wearing costumes and going to costume parties, including Halloween, Mardi Gras, the Mac, Front Street, Rocky Horror, and so many more. a beautiful artist who often gave her artwork and art cards to friends in the Maui community she loved so deeply as gifts from her heart to ours. And now, our everlasting memory. Most of all, she was my friend. We confided in each other for years, shared decades of fun, laughter, joy, and the ups and downs of her health journey. She connected many of us with so many parties and events for so many years. I think I have been to every home she has lived and to every party she has created. Every year she loved to give a Valentine party, which soon became an annual tradition. Birthday parties at her home and at the beach, where her beloved friends celebrated her life, which seemed to make her so very happy. There will only ever be one Linda Green. As I contemplated the enormity that Linda is really gone from this earth, Linda will never return to her beloved Maui or to her friends who I have wondered if she knew how much she was loved. Did she know how much I appreciated her? How much everyone here appreciated her? I made it a point to express my love and appreciation to Linda during our conversations over her last weeks in Denver. I hope she knew in her heart how much she was loved and appreciated by so many people far and near. There's like 3 celebrations in Colorado. Linda may be gone from the earth, but she's never gone from our hearts.
Thank you so much. And now we have a special message from the other side. Linda's going to speak to us and guide us in this next moment.
And also, we have these beautiful cards here. Did most of you get them, or some people still need them? Here, why don't you raise your hand if you didn't get one of these beautiful cards, and this is Linda that you can take home with you. And also, I invite each one of you to render this wall here of her photos and take a photo home with you. So when we're done, all these photos should be in the hands of the people who are here. And if you feel so inclined, grab the one you feel attracted to and take that picture home with you. So raise your hand if you need Paul to pass you a card. And there will be more on the soundboard over there you can grab on your way out if we have any left. You're very welcome, so honored. And this is a little teaching of Linda gave, edited by Ed. And so here we go.
If we have big decisions about where we're going to live, what we're going to do for a living, who we're going to be with, just any decision whatsoever, you can bring that to the divine and make sure that your decision is absolutely of the highest possibility that can be there at the time, the highest possibility. That's where going inside and letting go of all those outside influences and being inside and having that relationship with the quiet inside, with, I call it the divine. You could call it God. You can call it Jesus if you want to pray to Jesus or Mother Mary or an archangel like Archangel Michael, all of the above. You can pray to every single one of those people and have a relationship with each one. So anyway, so that's what this is about. This is about more than just a prayer event. It's about having a relationship for yourself every single day, spending time with the divine inside. And maybe it's more an energetic. Maybe like sometimes for me, I am in more I call it divine communion, where I'm feeling the presence of the divine. And I'm just in the nonverbalness. I might be in gratitude. and love, but it's more feeling, it's more the energy coming in from the divine and the love coming in. And I don't have time to really do the dialoguing part with the divine, or I do it later, you know. But so there's different phases, different things you can do. And so anyway, this is very valuable, and I hope you take it with you. And yeah, I'm just here to be of support for anybody, especially people on Maui who've been through trauma here or trauma anywhere, or if you're going through a rough time, or if you want to move forward in your life. I've got people kind of waiting in the wings to do classes with me. I've got people interested in doing this class called Co-Creating Heaven on Earth with the Divine. That sounds of interest with you. It's getting clear on things you really want to do in your life, with like the last part of your life, the next phase of your life, things you want to do before you pass away, legacy stuff. It's helpful. And you work in a group, or you can work privately, but you work with the divine. And you do stepping stones. You do, what's next, the what's next and the what's next. And you meet again so you can see, well, how come I didn't do that? What's in the way? What's in the way? And also the biggest barriers, why is this not happening? What keeps showing up in the way? And we do work on those things. So it's helpful. We address it from different angles. Why would we want to become present to go inside and connect with the divine? Because you want to be as available and as present as possible to be able to go in and consistently stay connected with the divine. But the ultimate thing I'm going to do is take you on a journey through the body feeling. And those feelings, every time you feel your knee or your foot, you're in the present moment with that feeling. Just like I'm feeling my hand. That present moment is happening with me feeling my hand. I'm taking in information, data. And then we feel another part of the body and another part of the body. And there'll be gaps, and your mind will come in, and you just notice it, like breathing in Vipassana. You come back to the breath, you come back to feeling the body, and you just continue the journey. Ultimately, we will, the journey will end the journey around the heart, because then we're going to start tuning into the rhythm of the heart and feeling that. And that's what's going to lead us through the doorway into the divine, the deepest doorway inside. And that's where the healing can occur. That's where the life force energy can come. That's the well of the beautiful energy that's so healing and calming and can bring you forward in life and give you more momentum. That's where the wisdom and guidance and the clarity come from. That's where we want to live our lives from. Having that source, that well, that, doorway to the divine be open.
She's still teaching from the other side. Isn't that amazing? We are so blessed. We are so blessed that we get to record these precious moments, these teachings which come from the other side. She truly is a heart teacher. I wanted to sing a song that I know that she really liked, and then we'll have some more tributes. This is a song by Jamie Lula. In the chorus is you're perfect, you're golden, you're love, you're light, you're light, you're love. In my mind, in my eyes, in my heart and my soul, in my life I have been searching for something, but you're in my dreams. You're perfect, you're golden, you're light, your love. You're perfect, you're golden, you're light, your love. When I breathe, when I swallow, caress I feel. When I listen, I hear the most beautiful music from out of nowhere. You're perfect, you're golden, you're light, your love. You're perfect, you're golden, you're light, your love. Light-a-day, 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 light-a-day-dee. Your turn. Light-a-day, 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 light-a-day. When I'm sad and dark, shallow and in doubt, when I'm trying my best to put one foot in front of the other. You're perfect, you're golden, you're the light of my life, you're my love from forever. In your reflection, I'm perfect, so I'll keep looking at you to keep witnessing my perfection in you as me. Light-a-day, 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 light-a-day-dee. Light-a-day, 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 light-a-day-dee. You're always there, you never leave, you're holding me, you're setting me free, you're my guiding light, you're my empathy, you're my consciousness to express in and as me. You're perfect, you're golden, you're light, your love. You're perfect, you're golden, you're light, your love. You're perfect, you're golden, you're the light of my life, you're my love from forever. In your reflection, I'm perfect, so I'll keep looking at you to keep witnessing my perfection and you as me. Perfect, golden light, your love. You're perfect, golden light, your love. You're perfect, you're golden, you're light, your love. Look at somebody and say, you're perfect, you're golden, you're light, your love. Somebody else, you're perfect, you're golden, you're light, your love. I'm perfect, I'm perfect, I'm golden, I'm light, I'm love. I'm perfect, Yay. All right. So, thank you. That was a song I know that Linda loved. And perfect. So, is there anybody else who would like to come up and share a few words about Linda? Yes, come on up in the back there. Yay. Yay, you.
Okay, 1 minute. I can do 1 minute. Not. I don't think anyone in this room can do 1 minute. Good morning, good afternoon, and good loving. So beautiful to see so many of you. I just wanted to share a moment in time where Linda was actually my mom's friend first. And I didn't know that. And then we wound up at a party where she was my friend, and my mother came over and said, I want to introduce you to a dear friend of mine. And I'm like, no, she's already my friend. And she's like, no, she's my friend. And I'm so grateful, Linda. When my mother passed away, she tuned in and had me come over and did her heart engineering on me, because it was a really deep, deep shift. It was sudden. Some of you remember my mom. And but she sat in that space, and she has the capacity, even still, to sit with all of us in that space of mourning. And I always talk about her in my grief workshops because what she gave me was a transmission. She transmitted the possibility that we know life and love is eternal. We know that Linda has gone nowhere. And we're just going through the attachment loss. We love her body. We love her personality. And she was so much more than that. And so she gave that to me, and as a result, I became a death walker, as I call it. And I love that term because my mother's last name is Walker. So I love that term because it's truly walking with death, right? As so many of, like Devika was saying, we're saying goodbye a lot now. And we're saying hello. So I'm just here to speak on behalf of Linda, who's in my heart, in my soul, who helped me face my own transmutation of embracing death as a life walk. It is our life walk and our death walk. So Linda, I love you so much. I welcome you into the ancestral world. I know you're dancing with my mother right now. I know you're in this room with my mother right now. And I love you, and I just look forward to more teaching. So I am open.
Anybody? Come on up. Oh, come on up. Come. Go ahead. She's going to come, and then you come. Yep. In fact, if you want to come up, if you're brave enough to come up on the stage, just come up close. And then we'll pass the mic back for those who are not really ready to come up on stage.
Okay. Hi, my name's Carol, for those of you who don't know me. And I knew Linda for at least 15, 20 years, and we went party hopping, and we were in different meditation groups together. But what I want to bring up now is a relationship I had with her that very few people had, and that was, I don't know how it started, but I became her cat sitter when she would go on trips. And his name was Riley Pure Love, and he was an adorable cat. He was a beautiful, long-haired, yellow tiger-type cat. And I've had many cats, and so she trusted me with him because he was also ill in the end, and he needed medication, and she wanted somebody who she knew would give him his medication. And the last time I sat for him, I was at home. I got a call at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I don't normally answer my phone at 8 o'clock, but for some reason I did. And it was Linda saying, "Oh, Carol, thank God you answered. Can you please come and take care of Riley? I just got off the plane in Boulder. I'm going to be here for 2 weeks, and my cat sitter sent me a text saying he can't come. Can you please, please, please come and take care of him? And you know that desk that you wanted to buy from me that I'm selling? You can have it. I'll give it to you." And I said, "You got a deal." And so I went and took care of him. And it was very clear to me that Riley was on his way off the planet. And when he came back, Linda and I had a long talk about it, and she was preparing to go to Boulder for 2 weeks and a couple of weeks. And I said, she said, "I know that he's close to dying, and would you come and stay with him?" And I said, "No." I said, "You know, I think that Riley would prefer to have you here and hold him in his arms than someone else." And I said, "Why don't you discuss it with Riley and decide what you want to do?" And so I told her the story of when my 20-year-old cat died in my arms, and it was an extremely powerful experience. And so she ended up staying with him. And then she called me several weeks after, and she said, "Carol, thank you so much for recommending that I stay, because it was perfect. It was exactly what we both needed, and our relationship is now complete." So that was part of my relationship with Linda. Okay.
Oh,
so
thank you so much. Thank you, Carol. Well, Riley, what was Riley's name? Pure Love. Riley, Pure Love. Yeah.
It was her mother's cat. And her mother passed away, and I want to acknowledge her mother also. She's dancing with her mother.
Oh, fantastic.
With Riley and her mother. Those are her favorite things. Pure Love and her mother.
All right, come on up.
Yeah, I remember Riley. He was her little, I have a cat too, and he's getting older, and he's getting more and more affectionate, like Riley was getting at the end. But Linda was one of the first people I met on Maui, as you can imagine, probably true for a lot of people. You move on to Maui, the first party or get-together that you're invited to, she's there, right? And so, yeah, so that was like one of the first people that I met. And I want to share a little teaching moment that I had with her that really stays with me. Everybody knows that we definitely have our challenges with the public life in Maui. And there's one politician that everybody loved to be down on at the time. And we were at an event that this politician was also there, and people were giving her a hard time, which I can understand why. I kind of felt the same way. And then Linda spoke with me afterwards. She actually went up to her and shared some kind words. And then she spoke to me. She said, you know, she really wanted to speak to her heart and treat her like a human being. And that just stuck with me, like, to really remember that about people we really want to, like, now what's the word I can't think of right now? These public figures, that they need our love and prayers too, even though we don't like what they're doing. I just wanted to acknowledge that was one side of Linda, and something that she taught me was very valuable.
Come on up.
Well, Linda was also one of the very first people that I met when I came to Maui. And from that time, our paths just were constantly connecting through various different events and things. But the one thing that I want to share, which is just so touching to me, is that every holiday, every holiday, she would send me a text with one of her hearts, you know, the picture that she created. And, you know, I was always like so touched by that she thought to do that, you know, and that I'm sure a lot of you received those as well. But most extraordinary was that I got one on July 4th. And I didn't even know she was sick. That was like days before she died. And she sent out that heart. It's like, whoa. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to share. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Come on up.
Hi. Yeah, Linda was also one of the first friends I met here in Maui, and we were art friends and divine transmission friends. And I have this thing that often around the time someone is crossing to the other side, I'll have a dream or think of the person. So I had this dream with Linda, and Devaka was in the dream. I told her the dream already. It was a beautiful dream. So me and Devaka were arriving to Café des Amis, and there was Linda on a microphone singing. And then we went inside, and there was a beautiful cake. Linda was cutting the cake. But that one interesting thing about that was that when Linda would give me the slices, they were beautiful, decadent cake with like fruits and colors. And when I served, it was more like a plain kind of cake. But for me, it was very beautiful because it meant like Linda coming back, visiting us here in Maui, like and celebrating. She was singing, and I sent her a message, and then we communicated. I told her the dream, and that meant a lot for me. And also, the last time I saw her was not planned. I was in an event in Ocean Vodka, and there was Linda, and it was an opportunity to hug and say goodbye to her, so that was very special. So, yes, thank you. Rose, I forgot to say thank you.
Thank you.
And don't really know how to use the mic. But hi, I'm Devi, Denise Upland, and my relationship with Linda was very private and personal. I was invited to many of her parties and accidentally just never showed up. And it's amazing how all of your radiance just pours out, and yeah, her desire to serve and be a community gatherer and radiate love. We used to joke that our relationship was alive and well. That's always where we met. Not on purpose, not with a phone call, not even coconut wireless. It was just always divine timing. I met her right after Lahaina, after losing my 5-month-old grandson, Romeo, and then my mom. And she, without even sharing anything with her, she would just tune in and offer me that little nugget of hope and inspiration to move through the challenges, and reminding me to be resilient and meet each day with a healthy breath with the sunshine, and just really sing in the goodness of every moment. And it's really beautiful to see you all here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, baby. Come on up. Come on up. Yes. Just line up on this side over here if you want to be on stage. Come on.
So Linda was also one of the first people that I met back 25 years ago when I came to Maui, and there were a lot of parties going on at that time, a lot of gatherings. And Linda was always there, and she was always so welcoming. She always greeted me with the same greeting. She would say, "Oh, Sophia Nada, my favorite Brit." And she'd put her arm around me. every single time she was always so welcoming and so friendly. And when I was doing a lot of traveling for a lot of years, one time I came back and I didn't have a home on Maui, and I reached out to Linda, and I was always so deeply touched by her immediate, she didn't even have to think about it. She said, yeah, come and stay with me. And she just opened her home and her heart just completely. And we ate a lot of ice cream together that time. It was like we found this amazing ice cream in Hawaiian Moons. And we said, shall we get one? And we went home to her place and we ate this ice cream. And ever since, well, then we started buying two, actually, one each. But ever since then, whenever we saw each other, we'd talk about the ice cream. We had our little secret. And she still ate it on her own, and so did I. But yeah, Linda was just like so completely and utterly dedicated to love. She was I never saw her any other way but just with welcoming, with kindness, with compassion, with caring, and just dedicated to connecting people in love. And she also sent me those little cards for years on end, everything, like every holiday, right up until the 4th of July. I received one of her beautiful paintings, which I'm sure a lot of people here did. Yeah, it's hard, I see her so vividly, it's hard to even imagine that she's not here. But she is here.
Thank you. I was just reflecting on that as you were saying that. I was just feeling her presence so much here. Can you all feel it? Yeah, she's right here.
Aloha, I'm Anahita, and I feel compelled to share my experience with Linda because whenever I was in a crowd and she was there, I felt like I had a friend there. And I met Linda a long time ago at the Unity Church when Mary Omwake was a minister. It's a long time ago. And but throughout the years, you never know how it's like Maui's community is like a rug that's woven, and it's bearing thinner and thinner when people that we kind of count on seeing in the crowd start disappearing. And one of the hardest times of my life was when my daughter was around, I don't know, like 11, and I felt really isolated as a single mom and with my daughter. And Linda invited me to her birthday party on the beach and in front of Five Palms back then. And just that invitation and the feeling of isolation and being invited by her and feeling the warmth and people embracing my daughter and me within the crowd. It's a milestone in my memories for me, and I just wanted to share that you never know how your interactions really affect people and how it remains with them. So I want to thank her.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Come on up. We're going to have a few more tributes and right until 4:20.
Oh, good. Should I come up at 4:20? Aloha. My name is Jason. I knew Linda Green many, many, many years, and I don't even remember when she came here. I remember I was doing TV shows with Ariel, and there was this new lady on the island, Linda Green, and we did a show which you'll still find up there on the internet, really soft and sweet. And she was sharing about love, and all through the years, whenever I saw her, she was always bubbly and light, and had a thing for me. But everyone knows me. You know, I'm with Ariel, right? But we always flirted together, and she was just a beautiful lady, and I didn't really even think about it, but I took part of an image that she'd sent and made it my screen in my computer. And so when I heard about Linda, there's Linda ever present on my everyday screen on my computer. I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs, I made some bad rhymes. I acted out my love on stages with 10,000 people watching. But we're alone now, and I'm singing this song for you. 'Cause we're alone now, and I'm singing this song. I'm singing this song for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Come on up. Here we go. You want to sit down? You can sit down.
Thank you.
Go ahead, sit down.
Aloha, everyone. My name is Catherine Grace, and I moved here, and my great friend, Kathleen Gilbert, immediately introduced me to Linda. And Linda became my close sister friend. And she took me around everywhere. She used to call me her sidekick. And she would take me to events. And there'd be 3 events. And I said, Linda, how can we do 3 events in one afternoon? She said, just follow me. We'll do it. And she always drove too, which made it really nice. And she introduced me to all the musicians. It was so much fun. All I can say is, Linda, you were my close, dear sister friend. I love you. I always will love you. You're deep in my heart. We spent so many great times together. We had our holidays we always spent together, all the Easter brunches that we all went to together. You always will bring great memories to me, and I will always say, Linda, I love you, and I'm so glad I was your friend. And you will always be wonderful memories in my heart until I leave this physical plane. But thank you, Linda, for being such a beautiful spirit and such a beautiful friend. Love you, and always will.
Who is next? All of a sudden, you're all quiet. Ellen, come on up here and say something.
I'm not a public speaker. I don't even know how to use a microphone. But Linda was my sister friend too. And what to say about Linda? She did stay at my house after she got out of the hospital after her birthday last year. That was challenging physically for her. As everyone knows, by now, she had a long battle with FOMO. But I'm not going to talk about that right now. She was a being of love. She really was a being. She was a being of love, and she really was sincere. Even though sometimes she got pulled into the fear, she was a true being of love, and that's her lesson to all of us, to stay in the love, not in the fear. Thank you.
Come on up. Come on up. Francie, you're going to... Okay. Francie's going to go.
Aloha, everybody. I'm Francie Starlight. I would like to meet you all on a happier note. Linda was my best and greatest friend. We were always together. I played at all her parties. helped her set up and break down all the tables, and went to her house. I just talked to her on the phone just weeks ago. She told me the cancer had eaten her through her bone, and she was in a wheelchair. And that, the last time I talked to her, I miss her. She was just over my house just a few weeks ago. I can't believe she's gone. Thank you, everybody. I love you all very much. Aloha.
Thanks, Auntie.
Hello, there I am. Thank you, Kedar. I'm Louise Lambert, and a lot of us know Linda as the mermaid. Well, the mermaid took me to La Perouse to swim with the dolphins. Raise your hand if you had that experience. Yeah, it was lovely, lovely, lovely. We got really close and so precious, and she did that a lot, but I wasn't that brave to do it a lot because I got caught in the waves, and I could not get myself out. It was very scary, but Linda towed me in. Such a strong swimmer. So next time I will go with a very strong swimmer like Linda was. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Time for one more or two more. Anybody? Come on up.
Hi, I'm Jay, and Ellen, I came in a little late. I had to take care of something, and I was talking to someone who's just lost somebody, and it was so ironic. And then we're getting in a car, Linda's car, to come down here. It's the car that she sold to me and Ellen while she was at our place in my guest unit where I used to live, and we had heard she'd had a heart attack, and so I sent her a message. Hey, I heard about this, and do you need a place? She said, actually, I would love a place to recover. And so she ended up staying with us in the unit for, was it a month? A few weeks. And before which she left for Colorado. And when I came back, I still had some of her pieces, some of her personal belongings, which was really precious. And one of them also being one of the paintings that she had from the spontaneous painting classes. Do you guys know about that spontaneous painting? So it was thanks to Elira. And I asked her that, how do you do that? She said, it's real consciousness. No stroke can follow the other stroke. Every stroke has to be afresh and has to be completely spontaneous. And I was just thinking about that as I came down. I said, wow. So this is, in her painting, we've learned to being spontaneous in meditation and all of that, but in painting, you're trying to paint a canvas and you don't know how it's going to turn out. And that's how, that's the, just the epitome of life. But I just wanted to say, I'm grateful. I see many of you guys I know because of her, because she was such a socialite, bringing people together. And wanted to say, they should always be in our hearts. And I'm grateful that her last few weeks in Maui were on the same bed that I sleep on. So thank you.
Thank you. So that brings us to the 420 moment here, which means different things to different people, but it just so happens to be the moment that we've decided to bring everything to completion here as far as the tributes are concerned. And we are going to, and I want to encourage you all, if you have a story about Linda that you have to tell, just tell one of the beautiful people that are here, because we all want to hear the Linda stories. This is something that is our legacy, as Devika said. Linda was one of our legacies, and here we are today celebrating her.